All right, ladies and gentlemen, now just to switch it up, now we got to do some English, all right? Not a lot of time left, you guys, and that's totally fine. This works out perfect because I really wanted to make sure that you were back into Weebly and back into that technology mode, right? So what I want to do though, you guys, is I want to wrap up our unit. We are officially almost done after today, our first English unit, the Who Am I unit. So I want to make sure, you guys, that we do the last two things. Usually at the beginning of every unit, I make you do a reflection, right? Or a self-assessment. And then at the end, I make you revisit that and really look at the unit holistically and what you've learned on a personal level, okay? And that's where we're heading today. So there's not going to be a lot of instruction, okay? It's just going to be you guys completing the unit and getting her done, okay? So if you are in English, you guys, take a look at the end of the unit here. So we've got a conversation self-assessment. That's the first one that I want to take a look at, all right? This is your part of that 10% mark, right? Or part of that conversation aspect, right? That I use for marking you guys and assessing, okay? Remember that this is an essential part of the English 10 learning outcomes. So I want you to think back throughout this whole unit. So basically, since we've started English, all right, you can use whatever examples you want, all right? But you have to come up with concrete examples. You can't just airy-fairy pull them out of the wherever, right? You can't make stuff up. You have to give me specific examples where you participated in conversations in our classroom. But remember, our classroom is more than just this, right? I look at the broader context of what our classroom is. So you can make sure you guys can use a conversation that you had with a partner in Blackboard, right? In a little activity that we've done, whether it was a think, pair, share, or whatever it was, right? You can use an example from a web tool that we used to converse with each other, right? AKA like Padlet, right? Because that was a real-time web tool that we've used. You can utilize even the field trips, okay? So if you had a conversation with a friend, right, in a different setting, absolutely. But it needs to be the school setting, right? Okay, so don't tell me about a time when you were, say in Christina's example, when you were swimming, okay? That doesn't count. It's got to be in our school setting, okay? So if you scroll down, here we go. You need to download this template, you guys, and I'll pull it up here so that you can see what it looks like. Basically, you're going to give yourselves a little bit of a self-assessment, okay? Down into three major aspects. Are you respectful, okay, in your conversations? Do you use language that is respectful, right? Do you take turns? Do you just show that respect to the person that you're conversing with? Are you engaged, okay? Do you ask probing questions, okay? Is deeper thinking demonstrated, all right, that sort of thing. Do you give yourself think time to give yourself well thought out answers? Okay, that sort of thing. And then do you support others, okay, in your conversations? Do you provide feedback? Do you share your opinion? Do you encourage and support the person that you're talking to, right? Why do you say that? That sort of thing, okay? Those are the three main areas that I really look for when you are communicating with each other in your private chats or on your field trips, whatever it is. So then you'll notice if you scroll down, you guys, I've given you basically three sections. You need to provide me with concrete examples of each of those sections: respectful, engagement, and support, okay? Try to use three separate examples for each major thing, okay? So don't use one example for each, okay? Try to come up with at least three separate times. You've gotten a wide range. We've been doing this for over a month now, right? You guys, 2 months now. So you've got lots of time to think back and really reflect on our class time together, okay? That's it. Save it, upload it to Moodle to this assignment so that I can go through that with you guys, okay? So that's your conversation self-assessment, all right? Can you guys give me a green check mark? Is that clear on what I want? Give me a green check mark in Blackboard. And as you're doing that, I'm just going to head back to the main page. Good. Okay, so it looks like about, oh, there we go. Here come the green check marks. Good. Thank you. Okay, it looks like the majority of you are good to go, okay, for that. The second thing that you have to also do, you guys, is the learning outcomes for Unit 1. So remember when at the beginning of the unit, here's your learning outcomes, right? This is truly the big themes that I wanted you guys to understand when we started delving into all the different things that we did, okay? So that the exploration of text and story deepens understanding of your own identity and others in the world, and that language shapes ideas and influences others. Those are the big ideas that I wanted you guys to get out of this unit. So now, when you go into this assignment, look, there they are. There's the big ideas. In the online text box, you guys don't even have to do this in a Word document, okay? This is what I want you guys to do, is basically a quick write. A quick write is something that you guys, it's literally just what you are writing, okay, from your brain onto the online text box. I'm not going to be marking you on grammar. I'm not going to be marking you on your punctuation, right? This is something that I'm just looking for the meaning of your writing. Did you truly understand the connections between the big ideas and what we did in the lessons, okay? So what I want you to do is focus on these two things, or really it's just one thing. Do you think you achieved these goals right here? Do you think you achieved these two learning targets for the unit, okay? And if you did or didn't, give me specific examples. I want specifics. Where did you achieve this, okay? In relation to assignments or conversations or whatever it is that you feel you met that learning target, okay? That's into the quick write or into the online text box. That's where you do a quick write, okay, you guys? Super easy, okay? Now, in relation to this, and I'm gonna have to go back to my office and fix this assignment, you guys, because what else I'd like you to do is not just in the online text box, I'm also gonna make a file submission in here because I also want you to submit. Remember at the very, very first day of English, I made you guys do this, right? That positive personal and cultural identity self-assessment. And then I came back with some feedback that you guys, I hung on to those, and we were gonna reassess this at the end of the unit. Well, guess what? It's time to reassess. So I want you guys to go back, look up your Word document for this. Remember, it looked like this. And I'll open it up for you guys just to remind you. Remember, it was a whole bunch of statements around positive personal and cultural identity, and I wanted you to highlight where you thought you were at that point, okay? I am going to ask you to do the exact same thing, okay, today, all right? I want you now to download this again, or even better, go grab your old one that you've already highlighted and use a different color and highlight where you think you are now, okay? That's what I would like to see. So that is also going to be submitted into that last assignment, okay, into the learning outcomes, all right? So that's what I would like to see for you guys today, those three things. Costin, I know it seems like a lot, but actually it isn't. Because these self-assessments, They won't take you long. All right, I promise. Okay, but that is all due by next week, and you have all weekend to complete those. Okay, so you need to complete the conversation self-assessment, the learning outcomes unit 1, and you need to go back and redo the self-assessment from the very beginning. All right, either on the same document, or if you didn't save it, that's fine, just download it again, okay, and hand it in to this one, okay, because I did keep all of your old ones as well, okay. So those 3 things are what need to be accomplished before our next English class. All right. Is that clear? Let's clear off the green checks here, you guys. Is that clear what you need to accomplish? Give me a green check mark if you are good to go. Good. Okay, it looks like we are clear. All right. If you have any questions, you guys, please message me in Moodle. All right, because I'm going to let you go now. That's it. You can take the next 15 minutes, complete those self-assessments if need be. You can complete your Weeblies, whatever it is you need to do. All right. So to recap, your favorite things on your Weebly is due next. You have a whole week, right? You've got till next Thursday to complete that, or sorry, Wednesday to complete that, right? These are self-assessments that I've just assigned, the 3 self-assessments. Those are due next English class, which is Monday. All right, and I'll make sure I'll go back to my office, you guys, and update all the due dates and everything in there. All right. Great morning, ladies and gentlemen. If you've got questions, send them to me in Moodle, please, because I am shutting down. All right. So hopefully we'll see you guys on Friday for fencing. And otherwise, have a great rest of your week. All right. Bye, guys.